Go from here. Cher, of course, being a brilliant advert for Coca-Cola, given that she's made entirely of plastic recycled Coke bottles. Cher-sized, of course. Now, at this stage, I should confess that I work in advertising. And already, I can see some of you thinking, oh, that's a real shame. I loved it when he was Cher. Turns out he's another bastard. And it's true, I get that a lot. Tell people that you work in advertising, and straight away, they're like, you're evil, you're soulless, you're suckering the feeble-minded out of their hard-earned money with your Jedi mind tricks. But look, to be honest, you're exactly right. And I love it. The science behind advertising is ruthless. Let me give you an example. Lynx. Lynx brought out a new deodorant. Lynx, cookies and leather. Seriously, cookies and leather. In other words, the smell of biscuits and sofa. Which we all know is just the smell of grannies. Now, Lynx would not bring out a deodorant that smells of grannies if there was not a demand for it. Which means there is a significant subsection of teenage boys who aren't doom scrolling through TikTok hoping for a glimpse of side boob. Oh no, they're sitting on the sofa with a box of Kleenex and they're binge watching songs of praise. Spring Watch, Antiques Roadshow. And in their fantasies, when a bus breaks down outside their house, it's not full of cheerleaders, but a WI outing on its way to Eastbourne. Yeah. Gilfs. There's another example of advertising I can give you. It's what we in the trade call Ronseal advertising. These are ads that do exactly what they say on the tin. And the best example of that I can tell you about is Scrotox. Now, does anybody know what Scrotox is? Yeah, I think you've guessed. It genuinely is injections into your naturally wrinkly scrotal sac to give it what is essentially a snooker ball swimming between your legs. What goes on in these people's heads? For the rest of us, we're like, oh my God, where am I going to find the money to feed my children? Oh my God, where am I going to find the money to heat my house? Oh my God, my scrotum's got more wrinkles than Donald Trump's neck. Where am I going to find the money to sort that? Because Scrotox is just a snip. Scrotox is a bargain at only £2,800 and only 50 injections into your scrotum. I mean, what sort of person volunteers to pay almost £3,000 of their own money to essentially put their scrotum into a sewing machine? This is the sort of plastic surgery that even Cher would think twice about. Her first thought probably being, hang on a minute, I don't have a scrotum. But the best ad I've seen for a long time, in fact probably the best ad I've seen ever, is for Stow Farms Game-Changing Cheese. It's really simple, nice poster, headline, Game-Changing Cheese. Stow Farms. Logo there, convention says that's where it goes. Game-changing cheese, Stow Farms, picture the cheese. Now the reason why this is the best ad ever is because it is the only ad in the history of advertising that is 100% telling the truth. Because there is no game that would not be irrevocably changed by the addition of of cheese. Imagine the adrenaline rush of playing kerplunk with cheese strings. Monopoly, a whole new board game. Advance to Camembert. If you pass go, collect 200 brie. And chess, totally different. Magnus Carlsen has opted for the audacious Spanish gambit here. Baby Bell takes cheddar slice. Fun fact, Magnus Carlsen, reigning world chess champion, was so incensed when the teenager Hans Niemann beat him, he accused the boy of wearing a set of anal beads connected to a supercomputer. And the supercomputer made the anal beads buzz to tell the kid what moves to make. Zzz, I must move my pawn. Zzz, I must move my bishop. Zzz, oh, I love it when the knight moves. An absolute genius tactic, but one that would not work if the lad had a Dairy Lee triangle shoved up his arse. But if there's one thing we all know about advertising, it is just a pack of lies. Lies, lies, lies. But they are insignificant in comparison to the whopper told by Paul Volkenberg. Now, does anyone know who Paul Volkenberg is? I'll tell you. In 1964, in Miami, Florida, Paul Volkenberg walked into a bar and said, "Hey babe, my name's Paul Volkenberg, and I'm the guy who wrote Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini." Now, as chat-up lines go, most men don't start with Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny. But Paul did, and Paul pulled. Big style. And they lived a life of luxury together, paid for by the royalties from Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Until an Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny bus ran Paul over. And at the funeral, that's where it all came out. Turned out that Paul was in fact a drugs dealer. And was using the excuse of being the author of Itsy Witsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini to explain where all his money was coming from. Now, as lies go, that is magnificence. This is the equivalent of me walking into a bar, spraying all my Lynx grannies, going up to Cher and saying, "Hey babe, my name's Magnus. I'm the guy who wrote the jingle for WeBuyAnyCar.com. And you wait till you see how smooth my scrotum is." And what's more, sorry, that's my supercomputer telling me I'm out of time. Thank you very much for listening to my ramblings.